Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another NBA edition of Key Time Sports. It's Key Time coming back to talk about the Dallas Mavericks Los Angeles Lakers trade from the Los Angeles Lakers side of things. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers over the weekend in a trade that was astounding to the average NBA viewer and to all journalists in America, the Los Angeles Lakers acquire Luka Doncic in a trade from the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I am going to tell you all how beneficial this is going to be for the Los Angeles Lakers right now. So, as we see, Luka Doncic, they already have his jersey number 77 in a Lakers uniform, and we see what this team roster is. The team, the players that are on the Los Angeles Lakers roster, I'm going to give you all a rundown right now. Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Bronny James, LeBron James, Trey Jemison III, Max Kellerber, Dalton Knecht, Christian Koloko, Shake Milton, Markieff Morris, Austin Rivers, Cam Reddish, Armel Tor, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Christian Wood. And as of right now, the Los Angeles Lakers are in the fifth spot in the West right now. With this addition of Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers, I could see this being very beneficial because at the end of games, you do not need LeBron James bringing the ball up the floor. I mean, let's just look at it. I mean, LeBron James is 40, but I'm like, he has so much tread on his tires. And how much more time do you think he has in the NBA if he is playing the entirety of the fourth quarter? I mean, even though LeBron James is great, he is always going to need a rest, as in every player. They are going to need a rest. So, from what I see, LeBron, he is going to be okay. He is going to be okay with this. Now, it's time for those other players to increase their level of play a little bit. And I'm talking about increase it on a consistent basis, like having it at a consistent basis. Rui Hachimura. There are nights where he can score 15 to 20 points, and then there are other nights where he just gives you 7 or 8 points. We need more 20-point games from Rui Hachimura. Austin Reeves, he is consistent, but like I said, sometimes some games he can have 12 to 14 points. We need more consistency from the Lakers bench players. And let me tell you something else about the Lakers. As far as on the defense, their defensive interior, they need some help there. They need a center. They need a center that can protect the rim because it's been like this over the past three years where they don't have a legitimate center that can rim protect, and that's why most of these games that they've lost, these close games that they have lost, they have been that they've been lacking the defense that they need, and they haven't been able to go forth in the playoffs like they had that year that they won the championship. So, how do I see this trade playing out? I believe that even though both of these, LeBron and Luka, they both want the ball. Now, let me tell you, as far as I'm going to tell you, as far as the starting lineup, I see Luka, LeBron James, Luka Doncic. I see Austin Reeves. I see Rui Hachimura. And I also see Cam Reddish for their starting five. And then who comes off the bench? I see Jackson Hayes, Trey Jemison III, Dalton Connect, Christian Colbo, Shake Milton, and then whether whether Bronny James comes in and out, it could be because they're shuffling him in and out. He is not in the regular rotation. But let me tell you, I see the Los Angeles Lakers, they can win another 20 to 25 games before the season is over with. And I know that that's a stretch, but when you have somebody like Luka, that LeBron, he can come out of the game and he can have maybe a 4 or 5 minute rest in the game, and you give it to Luka and let Luka do what he does. Now let me tell you, I'm gonna give y'all the stats. I'm gonna give y'all the statistics on every player that I talk about when I talk about these team outlooks when it comes to the NBA. Now, excluding Anthony Davis from this equation. Now, we see LeBron James, he's averaged 24 points this season. Austin Reeves, 18 points. Rui Hachimura, 12 points. D'Angelo Russell, 12 points. Max Christie, 8 points. Dorian Finney-Smith, 6 points. Jackson Hayes, 5 points. Gabe Vincent, 5 points. Shake Middleton, 3 points. Jared Vanderbilt, 2 points. Now, Jared Vanderbilt, he is just coming off of injury. So they need to give him a little bit more time, possibly get him ready for the playoffs. Cam Reddish, 3 points. Oh, excuse me. Christian Koloko, 2 points. Jalen Hood Sniffo, 2 points. Quincy Oliveri, 1.5 point. Amari Troth, 1.5 points. And Trey Jivison III, 1.3 points. Bronny James, 0.7 points. Maxwell Lewis, 0.6 points. Now, when we look at the Los Angeles Lakers, especially, they are a team that can give somebody a run for their money, especially now with Luka Doncic and LeBron James at the helm. I think that LeBron, he can like I mentioned earlier, he can have 5-6 minutes worth of rest throughout the games now because you have somebody like Luka Doncic that can keep control of the game in the Lakers' favor. See, with Anthony Davis, they didn't have that luxury because it would seem like after LeBron would come out of the game, 2-3 minutes later, like if the Lakers had a 10-15 point lead, 2-3 minutes later, 2 or 3 minutes later, it seems like the Lakers, they would be either tied with the team that they had just had a lead on, or they were facing a deficit in the game. So with this game, with this team, with Luka, the Los Angeles Lakers, they are going to make it to the playoffs. As we can see, they are going to make it, America. We can see that. Now, right now, they are sitting at that 5th spot in the Western Conference Finals. In the Western Conference. Why am I even mentioning the Western Conference Finals right now? Now, do I see the Los Angeles Lakers overtaking anybody that is in the top 4? Maybe, just maybe, the Houston Rockets, because they don't have much playoff experience. Memphis, last couple of years, the Lakers, they've had Memphis's number, OKC, one of the top teams in the NBA. Let me tell you, OKC is no joke. They are one of the teams that have kept 12 of their opponents that they have played this year under 100 points in those games. So, Oklahoma City, they are the best team. They are the best team in the NBA. And as far as the Cleveland Cavaliers concerned, they have the best record in the NBA right now. But like I said, I have got to see what the Cleveland Cavaliers can do in the playoffs before I go on ahead and say that they are just the odds on favorite to win the NBA Finals. And I mean, you see, you still have the Boston Celtics, the reigning champions. They are 5 games back of first place in the East. So a lot can change between now and the end of, between now and the end of the regular season. You can see, and let me tell you, another team in the East that is about to make some noise is the Detroit Pistons. They are over the last like 7, 8 years, Detroit Pistons haven't been anything, but now they have a young core. They are starting to win, and they are starting to improve as a basketball team. From last year to this year, I have seen substantial amount of improvement. They know how to close out games with a lead and win games. Last year they wasn't doing that. So, all in all, these are the standings for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference currently in the NBA. And with that, those are my reactions to the NBA trade for the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers on both sides of the spectrum. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified of all of my reaction videos, shows, and other content. And please like and follow Key City Sports on Instagram. Key City Sports is now on Instagram. And remember, one last thing, the key is always on time.